Hello and good evening everyone, and welcome to the subscriber server Simpletons SMP Year 1. How is everyone this evening? Hello. Haven't been here in a while, I realize. I have done a little bit here as far as setting up a little bit of some infrastructure, you know, doing a little bit of that off camera, because what I really want to focus on really badly is building. I want to build. I want to get back into desiring building creativity. It's something that relaxes me. I consider it part of my therapy, I guess. So I really want to get into some building. I'm going to run through real quickly what I've done here, just so you guys can see the improvements and progress that I've made. So we have one ender lily, slowly growing. Got it when I broke some grass randomly somewhere at some point in time. I have expanded this power output to have another biofuel generator because we have so many seeds. We have so many seeds that they're filling up the farmers. I actually need to put a void on these barrels. This one here. So I need to do that. I don't remember what I need in order to do that. So let's find out. Ender pearls. We might be able to do this. I might have an ender pearl for that one barrel. Last time we were here streaming, we started with unique crops to try to get gas tiers. Since then, Amosathar, another wonderful simpleton creator, has gone through the whole process of doing unique crops and says it's really not worth it. It's a pain in the butt to do the crops that actually can randomly give you the pieces I need to get gas tiers. I mean, it's something I probably will do because I've never ever used unique crops, so I would love to see what interesting things can be done with it. I'm not quite sure. I have not progressed any further since I heard that news, because I'm like, okay, not in the mood for stress at this point in time. So put that on hold. The reason we needed gas tiers was to make the, I don't remember what they're called, these things, end crystals, so that we can summon the dragon several times to get the dragon scales to make the dragon armor so we have flight. That's what that's for. I can certainly go to the nether and kill ghasts. I mean, they also have Ender.io. I could catch one and then spawn them in. There are options. I have options. So in here, you will see that I have refined storage set up. I also have Ender.io conduits. These are just the low tier ones that you can make with the simple alloy smelter. You can make what you need with that. The redstone alloy. Whatever it is. So yeah, I've been working. I've got a little bit of refined storage set up. I have a few disk drives, 2 1Ks and 1 4K, and they're not very full. I have, these are the things that the stonework factory is making, and then I also have tiny dry rubber and silicon, which is also coming from the factory. And then coal and redstone, because I'm starting to get decent amounts of those. So I put the crates in here for those as well. So yeah, I figured that would work for the larger crates of stuff. Take up less space, of course, and cost less than having a bunch of discs. I have a crafter. I've started very slowly setting up some auto crafting, and that is all I've done for that. But down here, I've moved my battery. Down here, these are just basic ones. But we have a setup for more power. And this power, right here, the only thing it's running is ore generation, resource generation. And I'll show you that in a moment. But we've got a fisher, a resources fisher from Industrial Foregoing. It's just collecting fish. It can collect everything that you normally fish, you know, the junk, and then get the books and the fishing rods and everything. But because this is a little full of fish, it's not fishing anything else. I do have a trash can set up to throw away the garbage items and to keep the books if we ever like used any of these up, but it's probably not happening. I stuck my Energizer down here. It was closest to the power at the time when I needed it, so there's that. And if we go outside, the resources, the fisher goes into a protein reactor, which takes fish or other passive mob drops like steak or pork chops or chicken, or I think it even takes zombie flesh. It turns it into liquid protein, and the efficiency depends on how many different types you have in here. And I put it into a protein generator, and so it's producing 320 RF a tick. So it's a decent amount, and the only thing I'm using this for is for our resources. So up here, this will be our workshop, so our one-off sort of stuff, and then up one more will be for auto processing and auto crafting. And here is my resources right now. It's nice and slow, but I've got a stonework factory making stone, auto placer placing the stone, a timer on top of a breaker that breaks the block, and it gives it enough time for the atomic reconstructor to hit it, and it's got a lens of the miner. So it generates ores based on the amount in the area, in the overworld. So we get the same stuff we get in the overworld everywhere else. And I have collected things out of here every so often. I don't get a whole lot of diamonds. In fact, I think I've only gotten like 2 or 3 since I set this up. But this is the power. Whoops. The power is only going here and here from the fisher thing. So that's all I need to, that's it. I have this really slow because if it's any faster, one of two things happens. Either it breaks it and I get cobble, or if it's generated, say, an emerald, which costs more to create an emerald ore than it does an iron ore, for example, the crystal flux inside the atomic reconstructor didn't have enough time to rebuild its buffer, and so then it does a false laser strike and I don't get anything, so then I get cobble again. So I'm just going slow to give it time to make sure that when it fires it gives me something. And so yeah, I am still having to go mining every so often. This doesn't give me the limestone I need to do my building out there, so there is that. But the other 2 stonework factories, this one makes cobble, gravel, sand, and then silicon, which the silicon barrel's not full, which is why this is still running. And this also makes cobble, stone, and stone bricks. So there we go with that. I believe that is it. Nothing else is different. But that is what I've just been kind of doing in between when I don't want to talk to anybody or do anything. I've done mining here, so we do have 20 stacks of limestone. That's not bad when you're having to manually mine it. But back here is the mega build that we really have a ton of work to do on because we've only got half of a room. So here we are. We've got our reflection pool with the 2 fountains, one on each side. Got the bushes set up. This here is where the arches are going to go, and the Moorish arches from the Alhambra, I really like them, so we're going to do something similar to that. They look rather thin for a decent distance, and then there's a bunch of ornate carving at the top of the arches. So I would like to see if Tiny Tiles can do parabolas, do the arches with the Tiny Tiles. The thing is we need to test with tiny tiles is if I can use chisel and bits on top of tiny tiles so that I can add all the different little chiseled detail or not. So that's something I do not know. Now our options for the pillars are very likely tiny tiles will make skinny little cylinders, or I can do these standard ones that are limestone pillars from the Cathedral mod. They aren't smooth, they look like segments, stacked limestone segments, but they come straight as pillars. So, I mean, that's an option if I want a shortcut. But we're going to be doing arches on both sides, this side and that side. I don't think I've ever told you, but I need to move this back a bit. This is going to be a hall here, and this is a hall here. This is the entrance, and I'm doing something similar for the Alhambra. It's a very unassuming entrance. It's not super fancy. It's just a bigger door. And so it'll be right here in the wall, and there will be a couple of doors to go into this area. And I've marked the middle because each side's going to have a matching door. So it's going to look the same here and here, and it's going to look the same for the middle section. These two doors are going to be mirrored as well. The other thing that I plan is that this is going to be flat into the hall, which, like I said, I'm going to push back a couple blocks. But the one on this side, I would like to stair step up just one step. So I'm considering, this is the platforms for the pillars, making this a half step right here so that the full step is in this area. And then so we have this little bit of a hallway here, I guess. There's more hallway here, so but it's going to be a different kind of thing. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. This area here, this square, you can see it on the mini map, is going to be the throne room type of room. So remember making a palace. This is going to be like the throne room. Yeah. I am relatively tired tonight. I didn't sleep very well, so I'm not sure how much energy I'm going to have to do a 2-hour stream. We'll see. We'll see, right? Lots of things we can do. Lots of things to explore. There are mods in here that I have seen. There are mods in here I haven't seen. So there's a lot of fun to be had. Yeah. I would like to see if tiny tiles can make those the pillars. And I'm trying to remember how to use tiny tiles. We've got a hammer. We need the little bag for sure. And chisel. I feel like there's something else. But it's not in here. Anyway, let's see, what are the controls for little tiles again? Configure tools C. Okay. Box, sphere, cylinder. Doesn't matter if it's hollow. I would need to or facing Y. test it out. We'll use cobble. Do I actually have cobble on me? Oh, it must be in the bag. That's not. Trying to relearn relearn this. That won't do it. So it's not left click, it's not right click. I really think the chisel is what I need to use. Ooh. All that certainly isn't a cylinder. So. Oh, look. Oh. Oh, I see. So if I want to do this, I need to know exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the middle. These 4 blocks are the middle. No. How did I get it to do it before? I just start at the... I'm not clicking anything. Once I start clicking something, I'm not sure here what it's doing. Alright, that is not a headache I want right now. We're gonna have to learn that on my own time. Okay. I'm pretty certain that is what I'm gonna want to use to make the pillars, but because I cannot figure out how to do it, I can't. I don't understand what it's doing. It's too frustrating. Not for my limited brain capacity today. So, won't do that. How are we on cows over here? Are they staying in the enclosure? It looks like they are. Ouch. I don't know what I want to do now because that was not something I could figure out, and I don't have the patience to try and learn that right now. I mean, I normally have patience, but those of you who watched this weekend streams know why I don't have a whole lot of patience at the moment. Well, we can certainly see about doing some little tiles that aren't cylinders, because I could probably do like planes and whatnot. Start putting like covers on the flower pots and the window sills. Guys, this is not looking good for me today. I am more annoyed that I couldn't figure out the little tiles thing than I should be, and that I would normally be in normal circumstances. It's almost nighttime. I'd really like to get rid of this rain. Alright. How about we look into some quality of life? Yeah. I really wanted to do some building, but I'm obviously don't have the patience for it. So, yeah. Quality of life. Like what? Throw something out there, Fokendov. Like what? What sort of quality of life? We've got Bam's Pineapple Pizza feeding us for days. We've got some janky farms. We have some iron armor. Flight would be nice, but as I told you, we have some work to do for that. Have to kill the dragon numerous times. We need some better tools. Well, I mean, we have a drill. We could improve the drill. Yeah, there's no time, no way I'll get dragon today. Because I need to do... See, Amasathar said it took him 3 dragon kills to get enough scales, and that's with looting on his sword. And so I would need to make 12 of these, which means I need 12 gas tears, 12 ender pearls, 12 blaze powder, and I don't have that. Ghast hunting is terrible. I could do possibly less than 12 ghasts if I have looting on a weapon. I don't have looting on a weapon. I also don't have the ender pearls, so I'd also have to do enderman hunting, which isn't quite as bad as ghast hunting. Yeah, so there's that. Because flight would rock. That's why I have janky armor, because I don't want to make fancy armor until I have the dragon armor. I don't know where the end is. I would need to find it. I know it's been found, but it's not in a community warp. Someone else found an end portal and killed the dragon. So there's that. But yeah. So this process is gonna take a while. That's why I keep kicking my heels over it. What other quality of life things besides flight and better armor? We could do better tools. Although the wub stuff is not bad at all. It just needs to be enchanted. Farms, food, storage. I mean, we could pretty up and make nice farms. These are my farms. I only have cows, so I could make more animal farms. We already have storage set up because we have the refined storage. As far as fancy doodads, I've got dev null and a traveler sack and, you know, builder's wands of different types and all sorts of building gadgets. Yeah, prettier farms might be an option. My drill can be upgraded, but we need to do the actually addition stuff to do so. I think we can... Yeah, we need to add... We need to get more of these augments. I'd like to do the Fortune and the Silk Touch and these speed ones. Pretty functional farms. Yep, you know, we might do that. Pretty and functional. Well, we have Industrial Foregoing that we could grow 9 different crops in one area. So if we made a greenhouse or something, we could put all of our crops in it. Yeah, because we were using the Industrial Foregoing here first, remember? And then when we're trying to use the item lasers and they didn't work the way I wanted to. But now that I think I have some item conduits. I know I have 17 item conduits, so I think I could make more. You know, it is a stream. Hey, let's do something real quick. Illuminati pet. Maybe the Illuminati pet will give us an ender crystal thing. Bone meal. Great. Well, that'll help with our crops. Greenhouse. You know, something for the greenhouse. Greenhouse glass. We need to do the Empowerer, but we could prepare for that, and greenhouse glass will make all of our crops go faster. Where would we put the greenhouse? Let's see here. I don't want to go too far towards the mega build. I want to stay in this area. You know, where there's this fire, we could totally put the greenhouse up here. Right there where lightning struck. Hey, it's nighttime, we could sleep. Alright. Let's go over there, our man-made bridge. Alright. And we'll have to make a pretty path coming up here, but let's clear this out. We need to get some dirt. A woman made. Thanks. figure out where the ground level is going to be, because we have a couple of underground ponds here. Yeah. Are they all at that height? 72. Yeah, they're all at 72. It's tempting to lop this off and fill in the water. Well, then again, I could just fill it in from here. There's more over there. There's another. Yeah, we don't need all that water. Little ponds. There we go. Alright, so first thing, how big of a farm are we going to make? I'm thinking here. It doesn't need to be huge. I suppose what we could do, let's go grab some dirt. Let's get rid of this little bit of tree on the way over. Some kind of planting blocks. Four or 6 spots per crop. That, yeah, would be plenty. Again, you know my play style. I don't need buckets and buckets of things. I just don't need huge supply. Alright, I'm just trying to measure stuff out here. Well, we do have to think the if we do Industrial Foregoing, which I would be fine with, we need, they're squares, they do squares. So, I needed regular dirt to fill this in, but we're going to measure things out. There's another burnt tree. Okay. We could take down this one layer. No, we'll build up here. Okay, so yeah, I figured it was gonna get dark. Six. Imagine that all filled in. 7, 8, 9, 11. Two. Would go to here, right? That would work. We have a bit of preparation to do here. We could do it even on this height. You know? There's a bit of space here for us to come up from some kind of a stairway, or this could be the little entrance part into the farm. If there's 9 spots and we do this size, which now that I'm looking at this is not square, is it? Whatever, we'll get that. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Try not to overthink this, Winry. It's just a farm. Alright, let's get some regular dirt. Let's grab our 2 machines. Gonna need the gatherer and the sower. We're going to need the conduits. We're gonna need to make more of these. Alright, so we've got those. We're probably gonna need to make more of those, but I don't think I have any of the pulsating this stuff. Yeah, we probably have that. What was the other recipe? Ender Lily Twine. It's a unique crop drop that I don't know. Statue, we don't have statues. Alright, well, let's start with this. Power. What power are we going to have over there? We might do solar. And I want to go from this corner. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5. One, 2, 3. Something's not right here. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, this would be even 9 by 9 farm. Let's make it a little bigger. Nah, we might not need bigger than a 9 by 9. Woo. I've got a biogen running. It's only got seeds right now. I'm just cooking up all of my seeds. Biogen is certainly something that I may want to consider for if we need that much power, but at this point I don't need that much power. the other way. Or make another greenhouse. Numerous greenhouses. Alright, so step 1, connect these two things. And do items. And then we'll go up there and hook up the other one. To be power. Alright, so those two are hooked up. They don't do anything, but I will be able to do insert with the filter for the seed types and extract everything, and we'll do see, I'm beginning to think maybe I want this over there. So if I put it on this side, I could have a nice little entrance to the greenhouse with all of the storage. Because they connect. Yeah, I like that when you upgrade them, you can upgrade them in place by just clicking on them with the next tier. Alright, let's pick you up and move you. 1, 2, 3, 4, this block right here. Go this way instead. All right. And then we can easily come out the back here for items and power. Alright. Do I have a bucket on me? No. Gonna want water. And let's do some kind of pretty decorative wall with some support structures for the roof, which will be the glass, greenhouse glass ceiling with a similar border style. We gotta make them kind of look the same, you know. We gotta try to blend our area and make them all look good. And we'll need to make a sludge boiler to take the sludge out of here. So we'll get those blocks as well. Yeah, okay. So let's grab some cobble, and I think I have a chisel. Yes. And see if we have any of the purple slate and the amaranth wood. Alright. Amaranth, let's get the already done ones. We don't need you. Those will be nice. And then we also need cobble, which I have over there. Purple slate. Those. And that. Okay. And the varieties I'm using are arrayed bricks, disordered tiles, and cathedral pavers. Okay. Disordered tiles, arrayed bricks. I don't think cathedral pavers are here. How do you make those? Oh, I bet that's stone. Okay, so we're gonna skip that. We'll use regular cobble. Alright. And that's just gonna be a simple trim, I believe. That over there. Okay. And this is where the farm is, so I'm definitely going to want it to be a little bigger so that we're not... that the farm isn't pressed up against the walls. I want to be able to walk around. So if we did... Hi. Do you mind not standing there so much? It matters not that you were there first. One, two, three, four, five. Let's do the Illuminati pet again. I have a canola press. Ooh. Alright. I don't plan on doing canola oil power, but if I did, I'd be set. Alright. There's the shape of our greenhouse. Well, the ground, anyway. Now, I want to do this. And let's see here. I definitely want to have it here and here by the door. So let's do here. And that means I want to do it like that on all of the corners. Okay. That might be plenty. Well, it's time to feed the cats. Alright, I'm gonna go do my quick 5-minute break and feed the cats. Get somewhere safe just in case I get bombarded with an apocalypse while we're gone. And I will be right back, so don't go anywhere, folks.